The story begins inside a school cafeteria, where everything feels completely normal. Kids are sitting peacefully, eating lunch, laughing, and talking like any regular day. Suddenly, one girl freezes. Her eyes start glowing with a bright blue light, and her body begins to shake violently, as if she's having a seizure. Within seconds, she collapses to the floor. Teachers rush toward her, but it's already too late. She's dead. No one understands what just happened. After investigations, scientists reveal a terrifying truth. A mysterious virus is spreading, and it targets only children. Doctors around the world try everything, but no cure works. Slowly, the situation turns into a nightmare, as nearly 90% of children worldwide die from this virus. Even the best doctors fail. The President of the United States addresses the nation and reveals that even his own son has been infected. Still, he promises that humanity will find a solution. To control the crisis, a special department called CDC is created. Now the story shifts to a young girl named Ruby. At her house, her family is celebrating her birthday. Her parents smile, give her gifts, and pretend everything is fine. But deep inside, they're terrified because Ruby is also infected with the virus. That night, Ruby can't sleep. Scared and restless, she quietly goes to her mother and holds her hand. Suddenly, Ruby's eyes glow with an orange light. Ruby panics, pulls away, and runs back to her room. The next morning, everything seems normal to Ruby. But when her mother sees her, she freezes in shock and asks, "Who are you?" Her parents don't recognize her at all. Ruby desperately explains that she's their daughter and even shows her birthday gift. But her mother believes Ruby is a sick child who broke into their house. Out of fear, her parents hand Ruby over to the CDC. Crying and screaming, Ruby is forcefully taken away and pushed onto a bus. Inside, many other children are already there. A guard stands over them with a gun, treating them not like kids, but like dangerous criminals. The bus finally reaches a heavily guarded facility. As the children are lined up and taken inside, one boy asks too many questions. The guards respond brutally, beating him without mercy. Watching this, Ruby realizes one horrifying truth. This place is not meant to save them. It's meant to control them. After that, all the children are taken for medical examinations. The doctors explain that the virus has caused a genetic mutation inside the children's bodies. Their DNA has changed, and because of that, the kids have developed superhuman abilities. Scientists then divide the children into different categories based on their eye colors. Green-eyed children are considered the safest and the smartest. Blue-eyed kids can move objects without touching them using telekinesis. Gold-eyed children have the power to control electricity. These three categories are still labeled as safe, but there are two rare and terrifying categories: red and orange. These children are considered extremely dangerous, and there are direct orders to eliminate them on sight. During Ruby's test, the doctor discovers something shocking. Ruby belongs to the orange category. Instantly, the screen flashes one terrifying word: terminate. Calmly, the doctor prepares an injection meant to kill her. Ruby senses that something is terribly wrong and tries to escape, but the doctor grabs her. In desperation, Ruby holds his hand and tells him she's not orange, she's green. At that exact moment, Ruby's eyes glow bright orange, and the doctor's expression suddenly goes blank. Without saying a word, he changes her file from orange to green. This reveals Ruby's true and horrifying power. She can control people's minds. After the tests, all the children are dressed in uniforms based on their categories: green, blue, and gold. Ruby looks around and notices something chilling. There are no red or orange uniforms anywhere. That's when she realizes the truth. Children like her were probably killed long ago. Time passes, and 6 years go by inside the camp. Slowly, Ruby starts to feel more isolated. Tasks that the intelligent green kids complete easily feel difficult for her. She pretends to be weak on purpose, trying to stay invisible. One day, Captain McManus notices Ruby and says something unsettling. He tells her she doesn't seem smart enough to be a green. Hearing this, Ruby panics. Later, as she walks back to her room with her group, a high-frequency sound suddenly blasts through the speakers. Only the special children can hear it. Within seconds, Ruby collapses and loses consciousness. When she wakes up, she finds herself inside a medical room. A female doctor is sitting in front of her. Moments later, a guard enters and tells the doctor that time is up and they need to leave immediately. In a hurry, the doctor writes something on a piece of paper and walks away. The note says that the truth about Ruby has been discovered, and if she wants to stay alive, she must meet the doctor in the boiler room. Without telling anyone, Ruby sneaks out and reaches the location. Inside the boiler room, the same doctor helps Ruby stay hidden and quietly leads her toward her car. Just as they are about to escape the base, a guard stops them. In that moment, Ruby uses her power and takes control of the guard's mind, forcing him to open the gate. After years of imprisonment, Ruby finally steps outside the camp. Seeing the open world again fills her with happiness and relief. The doctor explains that most adults in the world are now gone, and many cities have become completely abandoned. Ruby says she wants to meet her parents, but the doctor warns her that going back could be extremely dangerous. Before they leave, the doctor gives Ruby a GPS necklace so her location can be tracked if she's ever in trouble. She then tells Ruby that she's taking her to a safe camp, a place where many kids like her are hiding. Soon after, the doctor meets one of her allies. As Ruby shakes his hand, she suddenly feels terrified. The moment she touches him, Ruby sees a disturbing vision. Children running desperately, trying to escape and save their lives. Instantly, Ruby realizes that something very dangerous is about to happen. Later, when Ruby goes inside to change her clothes, she meets a girl. The moment the girl sees Ruby, she panics and unleashes an electric attack, then runs and hides inside a van. Even after that, Ruby follows her and begs for help. Hearing the honesty in Ruby's voice, the gold-eyed girl finally opens the van door and lets Ruby hide inside. Inside the van, Ruby meets Liam, a blue, along with his friend. Ruby lies to them, saying she's a green, but explains that some people are chasing her. Hearing this, both boys decide to help her. Meanwhile, a team is constantly chasing them. On the other side, the doctor is also searching for Ruby. At the perfect moment, Liam uses his blue powers to destroy the pursuing vehicles. Thanks to him, they finally manage to escape. After driving for a while, the group stops at an isolated location. Liam's friend questions Ruby, wondering why she's running in fear even though greens are considered harmless. Knowing the truth but unable to reveal it, Ruby stays silent. Frustrated, she snaps and says that if they don't want to help her, she'll leave on her own. Liam quickly calms her down and explains that they're heading to a special place, a hidden camp led by an orange-eyed boy who can keep kids like them safe. He tells Ruby that if she wants, she can come along. Hearing this, Ruby immediately agrees to join them. On the road, Ruby asks Liam why they escaped from the camp. Liam reveals the dark truth. Children were being used in dangerous experiments. The government wanted to turn them into a powerful army to fight their enemies. That's why they chose to run away. Meanwhile, the doctor who classified Ruby as a green is captured. After a short interrogation, he is brutally killed. That same night, while everyone is asleep, Ruby's hand accidentally touches Liam's. In that instant, Ruby sees all of Liam's memories. She watches him trying to save other children while escaping the camp, failing to save many of them. The guilt and pain inside Liam's heart become painfully clear to her. The next morning, the gold-eyed girl gives Ruby a red dress. Wearing it, Ruby looks confident and beautiful. Soon, everyone gets back into the van and continues toward their destination. Along the way, a recording of the president's son plays on the radio. He says that if he can be cured, then others can be cured too. His voice gives the group a small sense of hope. Later, they stop at an abandoned mall to gather supplies. Suddenly, another group of kids attacks them. Just as things start to spiral out of control, the gold-eyed girl uses her powers to stop everyone. Soon, it is revealed that these kids are just like them, gifted with special abilities. That night, all the children sit together, talking and sharing their stories. For the first time, they do not feel alone. During the conversation, Liam asks about the location of the orange-eyed boy's safe haven, hoping they can reach it soon. But the kids explain that the place is extremely secret and nearly impossible to find. Quietly, without anyone noticing, Ruby uses her power to control one boy's mind and extracts the location hidden inside a special coded message. Ruby and Liam's friend work together to decode the secret message. After a lot of effort, they finally crack the code, and everyone feels relieved. At the same time, the other kids realize the truth. Ruby is not a green, she is an orange. Ruby is terrified, thinking her friends will now fear her, but Liam reassures her, telling her there is nothing to be afraid of. That is when Ruby admits the truth. She cannot fully control her powers. If she accidentally uses them on someone, it could cost that person their life. The group continues forward, but suddenly they are attacked by a team of children wearing military-style uniforms. One of them recognizes Liam. During the tense encounter, Liam explains that they are only searching for a safe place to live. Hearing this, the group decides to take them to the orange-eyed boy everyone has been talking about. When they arrive, the truth is finally revealed. The orange-eyed boy is actually the president's son. He is happy to see Ruby and the others and begins explaining everything. The president lied to the world. He was never cured. Instead, he was constantly used in experiments. When none of them worked, the government began locking gifted children away in different camps. The orange-eyed boy promises Ruby that he will teach her how to use her powers properly. Slowly, Ruby starts understanding her abilities and begins learning control. One day, when Ruby feels emotionally broken, the orange-eyed boy visits her and says that only an orange can truly understand another orange. As he holds Ruby's hand, Liam walks in and sees them together. He clearly does not like what he sees. At the same time, the orange-eyed boy begins seeing Ruby's memories. He discovers the horrifying truth. The night Ruby held her parents' hands, she accidentally erased their memories of her. That is why her parents forgot their own daughter. The orange-eyed boy is shocked. Even he does not possess power on that level. Fascinated, he wants to learn this ability from Ruby. But Ruby herself does not understand how her powers truly work. Later, Ruby steps outside and runs into Liam. He is angry and accuses her of hiding things from him. Ruby tries to explain and tells him he is misunderstanding everything. She admits the real reason she keeps her distance. She is terrified that if she ever loses control, she might do to Liam what she unknowingly did to her parents. Ruby walks toward the lake, where she meets Liam's friend. He quietly tells her that this place does not feel safe anymore. At the same time, the orange-eyed boy is inside, talking to someone on a laptop. He is reporting how many green, blue, and orange kids are currently in the camp. Just then, Ruby arrives. The moment he sees her, he quickly shuts the laptop. In reality, Ruby came there to take the laptop so Liam's friend could contact his family. Sensing an opportunity, the orange-eyed boy tries to make a deal with Ruby. He tells her that if she learns the memory erasing ability from him, he will give her the laptop. Left with no choice, Ruby agrees. But as she closes her eyes and tries to focus on learning the power, she suddenly opens them and realizes the orange-eyed boy is trying to take advantage of her. In panic, Ruby punches him hard in the face and runs away. Outside, she runs straight into Liam. After hearing the full truth, Liam becomes furious and wants to confront the orange-eyed boy. Ruby somehow stops him, realizing that this place is no longer safe and that they must escape immediately. That very night, as the group prepares to flee, the camp's general arrives, and standing beside him is the same orange-eyed boy. At that moment, the horrifying truth is revealed. The orange-eyed boy was loyal to his father all along. His real mission was to gather as many gifted children as possible and turn them into a powerful army. Without hesitation, the orange-eyed boy takes control of Liam and brutally beats him. Watching this, Ruby finally lets go of her fear. She uses her power to control the commander's mind and kills him. At the same time, the gold-eyed girl unleashes her electricity and attacks the remaining soldiers. As chaos erupts, Ruby orders her 3 friends to run. She chooses to stay behind, standing alone, face to face with the orange-eyed boy. Ruby takes control of the entire army and forces the soldiers to aim their guns at the orange-eyed boy. For a moment, it seems like she has finally won. But suddenly, the orange-eyed boy fights back. Using his terrifying power, he regains control over everyone and forces the soldiers to turn against each other. Despite Ruby's desperate attempts, the orange-eyed boy even manages to control her mind. He tells Ruby that he will erase all her painful memories, and together they will rule the world. But deep inside, Ruby refuses to give up. Gathering every ounce of her strength, she breaks free from his control. She focuses on a helicopter flying above them and uses her power to crash it directly onto the orange-eyed boy, stopping him. Just when Ruby thinks it is over, another helicopter starts attacking her. At the last moment, Liam's friend jumps in and saves her, but he gets seriously injured during the rescue. Ruby panics, not knowing how to help him. Then she suddenly remembers the GPS necklace the doctor gave her. She activates it, and within minutes, the doctor arrives with her team and rescues them all. After some time, Ruby wakes up and finds herself lying on a bed. The doctor sits beside her and tells her that her injured friend is in the hospital and will recover soon, but Liam wants to leave immediately. He refuses to go anywhere without Ruby. The doctor then reveals their real mission. They want to capture the president and expose the dark truth to the entire world, and for that mission, they desperately need Ruby's power. Ruby knows the danger that lies ahead. She does not want Liam to get hurt because of her. With tears in her eyes, she walks toward him and uses her power one last time, erasing every memory Liam has of her. She hands him his bag and gently tells him to go home. Confused but strangely happy, Liam agrees and leaves, watching the person she loves walk away forever. Ruby silently breaks down, knowing this painful sacrifice was the only way to keep him safe. In the final moments, we see that the president's son is still alive, standing in front of his controlled army, preparing for war. On the other side, Ruby is now ready to face him and fight for the future of all gifted children. And with that, the series comes to an end. Thanks for watching. This is Plotcore, where movies hit harder. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more epic recaps every week.